Okay, how are we doing out there today? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal H Technology Screens. I'm displaying our Phoenix Black. This is our black technology screen paint designed to absorb in tons of ambient light. Now, I'm showing you how to get yourself a real ambient light projection screen, not something you're going to see in a demonstration where they're going to be faking it, where they're going to have ambient light peppered out through the environment that's actually making no contact with the screen. Let me turn my sound down a bit here a minute. A little too loud. So you want something where you can use your screen in a fully lit environment, not where someone's going to be using small screens tucked away under fireplaces and small screens tucked in little corners of the house. You want to see the official size screen, what you're going to be purchasing, what you're going to be getting. You want to see the real deal up front. And this is what I'm displaying to you. This is my 126-inch screen. This used to be an Elite screen, but still Elite screen. It is coated with our black Phoenix. As you can see, this is the sunlight coming up in my living room. We don't have any of the curtains made where they're blocked to block any of the light. These are veneer curtains. So you can see, I can take my hand, and you can see my hand right here easily on the other end, showing that light can transfer through the curtains, make contact with the screen, without the screen washing out or fading. And that's one of the things I tell people. Do your research before you purchase your products for your screens, because you want to make sure you're getting real ambient light projection technology, not a bunch of smoke and mirrors, not a bunch of fake demonstrations where light is peppered out through the environment. None of it's making contact with the screen whatsoever. So soon we're going to be showing off an acoustic 19. This is going to be the new technology we're working on. And as I said before, acoustics can only be sold by one individual. We may be selling maybe the gamers on our side due to the fact to get them ready to get them set up, because they're still organized and getting set up on their end. But when that screen comes up, we want to make sure we start making a profit off it. I'm going to design something. I want to make a profit off it right away. I don't want something that's going to sit around for a while. So until they get set up, we may be selling some of the gamer screens on our site, maybe. Because right now I'm trying to keep this to a point where we can keep a minimum of what we're doing on one end and maybe a minimum on the other end. We don't get overwhelmed until everything gets worked out. Because right now I'm in a transition with a company, right now with this contract, and at the same time I have my customers and so forth. So I'm trying to just work everything out. So you can see this is the technology also here being displayed on the ceiling. Up on the ceiling we have a Phoenix 19 on the ceiling. Right here we have the 17 acoustic right here. Now this is going to be converted probably on a Sunday to a 19. Also too, we have the acoustic gamer paint right there on the kitchen table that was just developed about an hour ago. And that's going to be sprayed onto a 150-inch acoustic screen, taken upstairs and displayed on that rack system we have downstairs. This is my favorite part of the day. When I get to sit here, I like to watch the sun race through my living room, and I get a chance to watch my screen on display at the same time. And this is what you should be looking for when you want an ambient light projection screen. Like I said, not something where you're going to have the screen tucked away in little corners, and not in areas where you're going to, not even an official size screen. Keep in mind, not even an official size screen. A small little screen tucked away in the corner, trying to produce a somewhat contrast level. You want the real deal. You want a screen that can produce a 100% contrast, which will be our black technology. I put a little fish on today. Let's go over here. If there's any remote controls while we're in here. Over to the ceiling and screen, which I like doing this demonstration because we get to show off the ambient light projection technology being produced off a ceiling. You, madam, or mister, I keep forgetting, stay out of trouble. Got my cat bouncing off the walls this morning. I don't know what in the world is going on that one. Okay, we're good there. Should we get remote controls mixed up today? Right here. Got to make sure I keep track of all my remote controls here. We have running 3 Fire Sticks at the same time in the house right now. So I make sure I get everything in the same place. Don't lose anything. Starfield screensaver. Starfield screensaver. I find it interesting that I'll talk to this one and tell her to bring me a Starfield screensaver. This one can't find it. This one is looking for it. They're both the same system. Think about it. Cancel. Starfield screensaver. This one right now is baffled. There it is, right there in her selection. So what I'm displaying right now is one of the hardest demonstrations because, like I said, in every demonstration that we've requested this, it has been passed, which is the start of demonstration. If your screen is 100% true black or does have color shifting technology or contrast shifting technology, which our black screen or other screens do, gamers have them, the blues have them. Blues can sit there and look at you, and that screen can look blue, and that's going to transfer to black that fast in front of you. They can pull contrast levels, and those screens have all been tested against over 11 certified projection screens. I love doing this demonstration to walk through the room, show off our contrast levels. So it means I can watch outer space with my lights on. Now my screen on the ceiling, I measured at 150 inches. The screen on the acoustic right here is at 148. As you can see, my 148 screen almost hits the ceiling. So right there, the light makes direct contact with the screen at all times at 148 inches, including the ceiling at the same time. In the next room, there's my technology firing off with all that window light making contact with the screen. And there's Crazy Cat. There you are. You can have the lights on too if I want. No purpose to have the lights on, but you can show you're gonna have the lights on if I want. It's not gonna affect the screen. Now you see where my lights are at in my living room right here? Well, actually I call it living room, extended living room. See how the lights are in my room? My lights hit right next to the screen. They're not way up on top of the ceiling, where the light takes time to travel down to make contact. They're right there. And as you can see, you got two windows on each side. Both of them hit almost at the height of the screen. Windows transferring back and forth with no problem. We're going to be taking care of that today. Actually, I ordered curtains for this one on this side, different size window. So I want those gone, and I want those curtains put in because I want plenty of light to push back in this environment. We got a window here, we have a window here, and I need these to be open up so I can have light transferring back and forth through the entire room at the same time. So that's going to be taken care of very soon. Try to add as much light as possible in the environment so the customer can see that we don't hide anything from them. Let's go take a walk around for a little bit. Sorry about my messy kitchen. It is a mess. Getting ready for ship out. So anywhere I turn, that screen's supposed to pull up. So I should be able to sit here, see the star field, see the ceiling at the same time, and see my screen in the next room with no problem. Even with the window light coming in and even with the lights on. So as you're seeing and watching the demonstration, you're watching a full-size official screens. Like I said, not a little cutout screen tucked away in the corner. I've seen this many times in demonstrations, multiple demonstrations, where they'll cut out a little tiny screen, they'll stick it underneath something to protect it, and then to make sure very little light's hitting it. So keep in mind, the smaller the screen, if you have a screen that's around 3 feet by 3 feet or 5 feet by 5 feet, and you have ceiling lights, do you have any idea how long it's going to take for that light to transfer to hit that screen? It's going to take a bit. But the bigger your screen, the more light it's going to take in because there's nowhere for it to hide. A lot of people don't look at that when they watch demonstrations. That's why when we start off showing off our sample screens coming in at 50 inches. They're right up on top of the ambient light directly. Projector has to sit back a minimum at 14 feet, which is my length from here to here. We do our test demonstrations. And then once they pass on the 50, we paint them up to 100 screen, and we display them on a much larger level. So that way you can get a full idea of exactly what a official size screen is going to look like with that technology. So when I see people doing demonstrations with little tiny cutout screens, that's cheating because the bottom line is the screen is too small to display the whole full image. When you watch a screen, you're buying a screen, you want to see the whole thing at 100 inch, at 150 inch, at 160 inch, at 180 inch. You don't want to see a small little screen tucked away in a corner. Let's go back to our screen over here. This is playing with the sun. Now, just to add, this technology is not designed to take direct hits from the sun, but it's designed to absorb a lot of ambient light. Let's come over and change the scenery here for a bit. Kind of tired of being in outer space. See where we put the remote controls at. We got them both over here. Good. Putting everything back up. Let's go with some brighter colors. I'm trying to think of something here. What's wrong with you today, Kat? Beautiful flowers, 4K. I'm going to be directing on my ceiling at the same time. You see the images come up crystal clear. This is the Phoenix Black 19. Now this was a screen that was supposed to be so dark. Keep in mind, you can't see it. But yet it's on top of my ceiling and I'm going through my menu. That's why I'm displaying another one right there. Well, that's not a Phoenix Black, that's an acoustic. Still dark screens. Let's try this one right here. Beautiful flowers, 4K. It was right there. I literally missed it by a couple minutes. And then she spelled it completely wrong. Let's try this one again. Beautiful flowers, 4K. There we go. Well, that's got to play through. Let's go back and get them both synchronized at the same time. Bam. There we go. I like doing the football game. A few people are asking me to do the football game again. We'll do the football game. The screen can display any more than just contrast, so we can display color too. As I said before, the technology does just about everything. The gamer screens, oh my goodness. Those are the only screens I can game. I don't game on anything in the house unless it's a gamer screen. Gamer screens colors are freaking amazing. I got a RetroPie I ordered coming in. I got that for my birthday. I'm going to be hooking that up to that acoustic screen, a gamer screen here. If you think the gamer paint looks insane, wait till you see the acoustic version of it. It's insane. Trust me, it's right over there on that kitchen table, right there in that container. We're going to do 150 inch of that. We're going to paint it upstairs on that scaffold. It is going to look like pure madness. I'm telling you, the colors we put in there are going to be insane. Now keep in mind, when we do acoustic screens, it's a little different because we can make the formula on a different level, which means we add extra stuff to it. We added a few extra perks to that technology, just out of curiosity to see how it would react. I think what we're going to do for a short time, we're going to make, until the company's still getting set up for the acoustic screens, so until they get set up, we're going to probably sell some of them on the site for the time being. And then once they're fully established, we're just going to cut that off because I don't want to put too much on my plate right now. I'll tell you something really quick, off topic. The mixer that I got downstairs to mix the formula, oh my goodness, God sent blessing. God sent blessing, I'll tell you why. It would have taken me hours to complete orders. Less than 5 minutes, I can mix about 5 to 10 gallons of our formula easy with that mixer downstairs. So I'm going to buy another one, much bigger one than that one, and invest in a standalone unit. So that way, I can just pour whatever I want into it and it'll just slowly mix everything in. I'm gonna get the next one's gonna make about 10 gallons. This makes it a lot easier for us to process orders on a much larger scale, which means now we have to do is go in and apply, because like I said, there's a new company coming up. The Crystal Edge technology, yes, is already in the process of being purchased by another company along with the Nova 17s, which are still active. I do know that the Phoenix is tied to, not Crystal, Phoenix is tied to something else. We can't tell you the name of the company yet. It's not, paperwork and all that's not finalized yet. Once that's finalized, we have to go back and forth the contract. What's on the contract, they put Crystal Edge, they got to go back and change it to the new company, and then you'll see exactly what it is. Our labels are completely going to change. We have a graphic designer coming in to do all the labels. Oh, I cannot wait. It's going to look amazing. So they're going to be sending me back drafts, which I can't show you the drafts, none of those at all, until those are all locked in. And then you'll get a chance to see what the new company is going to look like. along with special effect logos and all that stuff like that. Yeah, hologram and special effect logos is going to be quite sick. At the end of the day, what a blessing from God, isn't it? God is absolutely amazing. Oh, interesting story. I'm going to tell you about that painting over there. There's a really interesting story about that painting. I didn't realize when I bought it, it has a sentimental and kind of strange and weird, kind of a sweet and sour kind of story behind it. But I bought it. I liked it so much, but didn't realize that subconsciously in my mind, I saw it somewhere before and didn't realize where. And now I figured out what it was. But I'll tell you about that on the next video. That way you can see the image is crystal clear, even if you're on a black screen. Even if you decide to paint it up on your ceiling, and you have a light right in the center of it. All right, so let's get a looky to see what's in the kitchen really quick. I'll show you what we've got as blessed us to have today. So, we'll glance at it, shake it up a bit. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the new acoustic gamer formula. 100% done, ready to go. Once we coat that to an acoustic screen, you'll get a chance to see exactly how amazing that technology is going to look. I can't wait for the retro pod to get here. I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm going to be playing everything off that, everything. So we're going to do some old school, got the PS4, PS5, got my PC, we're going to run everything through it. Now, I'm hoping one of the features we did add to it actually worked. I hope it works. If it does work, that means we can make the screen. When we coat it, sometimes it doesn't work out so well. When we do an acoustic screen, we're trying to make them front and rear at the same time. We are working on it right now to make one of our acoustic screens front and rear, but it pretty much, I think it should work on this one. If not, then we'll just make a front and rear one too also for those of you who want to put the projector behind the screen. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm trying to keep them short and sweet as much as possible. Like I said, I have to get back to work. I have a lot to do today. It's going to be a very busy day for me, and I'm going to be showing off some more things as we go along. But thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Be safe out there, and God bless.